Hey, what's going on, my friends? It's Dave Sharpe. Welcome to Wake Up Legendary. And we have a four-time returning guest on this morning. Yeah, you heard that right, four-time. We love to be able to welcome people back to the show to hear about their journey, to get updates on, how they've been doing, what's been going on, what's new in their business, what are they trying, what's working, what's not, how have they succeeded, how have they failed, all the things that this wild journey of entrepreneurship provides for us. The ups, the downs, the all arounds. There's my text message reminder that we just went live. If you want a text message reminder, you can text WUL to 813-296-8553. And we will send you a nice little text message at 10 a.m. Eastern time when we go live here. And you can just click a link and come on over and watch us live. With that being said, let's get into it. Amy Hiers, welcome to the show. Welcome back to the show.
How y'all doing? Good morning.
Good to see you again, my friend.
You too.
Good to be in the kitchen with you.
Thank you.
You know,
I moved my desk downstairs and just to kind of put me in the center of the action in my house. You know, me and Rodney, we're the only ones in the house, but that's where the action is. So,
Of course. I get it. So last time you were on was September 17th of last year. You were joined by your wonderful husband, Rodney. So what's happened since then? Bring us up to speed in terms of, what you've been working on. What are you excited about? And what have you learned over the past 9 months or so?
Whatever. I really have had a slowdown in my business over the last 9 months, but it's a good thing. I know you're like, well, how's that a good thing? What it has done is caused me to look into other things that I learned, like in the blueprints. We didn't just learn about affiliate marketing. So I've been investigating and researching and working on the digital products end of it. I did work on an event with a few friends last year. So that was another thing that we had learned in the blueprints, but just, I don't know, when things are going smooth sailing, I just find that I wasn't growing. I wasn't learning anything new. It was only when things got rough that I said, okay, I got to see what else I can do, what else I can learn. I'm going to keep on the path that I'm on, but I'm just going to add to it and learn other things. So that's what I've been doing, is getting back into the training and seeing what other direction I can add to what I'm already doing.
Yeah. And that's exactly why selling information has 4 essential core ways to sell it. There's so many different things that you can do. Take for those who don't know your story, why'd you get into this in the first place?
I was in direct sales for over 20 years, and I can't begin to describe how burned out I was with it. I just was so tired of it. And but I wanted to be an entrepreneur really badly. I always wanted to work for myself. I had grown up watching my dad work for himself, and that's just what I wanted. And so I was looking for a way to be able to stay home if I had any kids. That was my thought process growing up. And I did. I found a direct sales business. It was a really good one, but I honestly never just had a true passion for it. And then when the pandemic came along, oops, am I supposed to say that? That's okay, right? When that came along in 2020, it put a complete halt to my direct sales business. And honestly, I was so happy about that. I was so glad. I was like, anything to get me out of it. So I started looking online for other ways to make money online. And honestly, I was looking at digital products first. That was a course that I took in the summer of 2021, was about creating digital products and how it was going to be a huge thing. It was going to be a booming business. It was really growing. And but in the process of looking at that, I came across a TikTok video of a girl talking about making money online. And I was like, I guess I'll look into that. So that's what brought me to Legendary. And I didn't really even know anything about affiliate marketing. I just knew I was tired of the rut that I felt like I was in. I wasn't making very much money with the direct sales business, especially after that mega life event in 2020. So I was very excited to just try something new. And I jumped in and I started having success. And what's really awesome is I had the success, but then it slowed down. It would pick back up and it would slow down. And I just realized this is an opportunity for me to take what I have learned. Like I said, I'm repeating myself, but it's an opportunity for me to do something else. And
Yeah.
so there were moments of discouragement, but overall, it's just an excitement that, hey, there's more that I can do. There's more ways to make money online, and I'm excited to get into it. So that's where I've been for the last 6-9 months, is just learning ways to expand, just learning ways to pivot,
Yeah. And you have to. I mean, online, any business, you have to be flexible. You can't be rigid. You can't be you can't be a one-trick pony. You have to be flexible. You have to be dynamic, and you have to know how to have multiple things going on or multiple things in the works at all times. For example, let's talk about multiple streams of traffic. Talk to us about your experience of having the importance of having done this now for 4 years online, roughly. I think for you, I think it's been 3 to 4 years. Okay, 2.5. I'm sorry. Still, probably feels like 4 sometimes. You've had you've lost accounts. You've had accounts slow down. You've had things not be as popular anymore. You've had all of the ups and downs. You've rode you've had the ebbs, you've had the flows. Talk to us about looking back over the last 2.5 years. What have you learned about how to best protect yourself, protect your multiple streams of traffic? And I say multiple streams of traffic because most people talk about multiple streams of income. But the way to have multiple streams of income online is you need to have multiple streams of traffic, right? So that's the lifeblood of any business, right? That means multiple social media platforms, may even mean multiple accounts on each platform, means an email list, means as many different things as you can have that you can drive traffic into whatever you are selling at that moment. Talk to us about your experience with that, and what have you learned? What would you advise yourself if you could go back 2.5 years ago and give yourself a piece of advice about multiple streams of traffic?
One of the things that I did in the very beginning was I got everything set up. I went through the decade in a day training. I got everything set up, and it was a process. I didn't know anything about sales funnels, email, autoresponders, any of that. So I got it all set up, and then I was scared to touch it. I mean, like 2021 turned into 2022, and I needed to get in there and change the year. And I was like, don't touch my funnel. I was just afraid if I screwed with it, I was going to it wouldn't work anymore. So I even bought the 15-day challenge from myself a couple of times just to make sure it was still working. I was so freaking paranoid that I didn't know, because I didn't know how to work this funnel very well. I had gotten it set up, but after that I was like, all right, let's leave it alone. And so I was kind of on that one-trick pony mindset, like you just mentioned, for a while, because I was like, I got this one product. I got this one TikTok account. I got this. I mean, this is my path. This is all I'm doing. And so I didn't reach out or branch out into Facebook or Instagram for months and months. And I didn't update my emails like I was supposed to. So I'm talking to anybody who's new. Like, we've heard this before. It's absolutely true that the emails that's your golden ticket. That's your golden ticket. You got to be writing those emails and updating them and making sure that you're communicating with your people, your audience. And I just was on a path of, I guess, just fear. Like, oh gosh, this is working. This is working. So we're not going to do anything different. We're just going to leave it alone. But then when I had those slow down times, that's when I was like, okay, I gotta try Instagram. I gotta do Facebook. So what I actually ended up doing on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram is creating multiple accounts on there. Like I have 5 or 6 different accounts on Instagram right now. 2 or 3 on TikTok, just 1 on Facebook. But I just said, I'm going to maybe test my content on different accounts and just see what's working better. And of course I got into the emails and started, working with those the way I was supposed to. So it was kind of like paralyzation fear. It just caused me to be paralyzed, and I wasn't doing everything that I needed to do. And so I know that part of the slowdown in my business happened because I was stuck. So not only did getting other social media accounts help and getting different accounts on those social media accounts, but also branching out to different products, not just one offer. Legendary Marketer is my first offer. It's my primary offer. But then adding other services and softwares, things like that, it just made a big difference in the income, especially those that have recurring monthly income, like ClickFunnels, Aweber, those kinds of things. Is just a good portion of income for me has come from having those recurring incomes.
Yeah, no. And what did you realize about your funnel that now? Did you realize that it's like a baby, right? Your first baby, you have people with 5, 6 kids, even multiple, 2, 3 will tell you this. That first baby comes out and it's just, oh my God, I might break it. Then by the second or third or fourth, it's kind of like, hey, take the baby, you throw it, realizing that is that your experience too with the funnel and the technology?
The funnel is not as scary as we think it is in the beginning. And I remember getting some help with Drew in the very beginning of my business. And he was on the computer and I was watching him. Here's basically what he was doing. I was like, I have a question about, the funnel and Drew and this. And he's like, okay, well, just go to that button in the top right corner and then click on activate or whatever the word. He was just like doing it without looking at it. And I was like, I wish I knew it that well, that I don't even need to look at the screen to tell somebody what to click on. And I was like, I've got to get to the point that I am just comfortable with this. So I built funnels just for fun, just to get that in there, get that in my head that, hey, this is not really a scary thing. It's really not. And I can make a change on my funnel and not screw everything up.
Yeah.
I don't know who else feels that way, but it's
well, a lot of people. I mean, the comments are coming in just around that specific topic. Talk to us a little bit about also getting more comfortable on camera. You're somebody who went live for a long time. I don't know if you're still doing lives the way that you did at the beginning, but talk to us a little bit about your comfortability, what you've learned about getting in front of the camera. Then the next thing I want to talk about is your emails, because you're getting some comments about Melissa said, love getting your emails. They've inspired me to dive back into writing content again. Let's talk about video. Let's talk about email, about the evolution of you getting good, comfortable, and what does that look like so people can identify with it. Be careful, everybody. Don't compare your step 1 to her step 210.
right.
But talk about your step 1 and lead us up to your step, whatever you're on right now, and how that's evolved. Let's start with video first.
Okay. I was shy and introverted growing up, but nobody knew it. Nobody knew it because my mom would kind of push me out and say, go speak to her, go speak to him. So it was just kind of something instilled in me that do it scared, do it anyway. And so when I started this business, well, in direct sales, I was forced to, do it scared I had to do presentations, and I hated it. But then when I started this business, Matt said, do a live stream. You should do a live stream. And I was like, okay, as soon as I get 1,000 followers, I'll do one. And so my strategy was you just push record. You just push the live button. You figure out what to say after that. And that was from a tactic that I learned in direct sales. It's like I had to walk up and talk to people in my direct sales business, strangers, that kind of thing.
Anybody within 3 feet.
Yes, the 3 foot rule, which I hated that freaking 3 foot rule. Anybody within 3 feet, you're supposed to walk up and give them your business card. And oh my gosh, I would bite my nails and stuff like that. But I learned this tactic that I would just go, excuse me. I would like see somebody and then I'd go, excuse me. And then they'd turn around and I'd have to say something or I'd look like a freaking idiot. So I'd be like, excuse me. And then it would just like force me to say the rest. So I'm like, I'm going to hit the live stream button and I'm just going to start talking. And I remember the look on my face from that first live stream. It was just like, hi, I'm Amy, but it just got easy. Honest to God, it gets easier. You start thinking about how many people are on the internet and how different they are and how few people really care about what you look like, what you sound like. I have people, mention, my accent or something. And it's like, nobody cares. So that's one thing I just want to say, do it scared. And then it'll get to be where it's not scary anymore. It really will.
Yeah.
And if being on camera, being in a video, being on a live stream is just something that is like a mega problem for anyone. Like if there's any problem you have that you can take action for, then you don't have a problem. If some kind of action will solve that, then you don't have a problem. You just have to do the action. So live streams have turned out to be a huge plus in my business. I don't do them as much as I was doing them, but I still do them every week.
Okay. So talk to us about your writing in your emails and how has that skill improved? What has that journey been like with writing and how have you built a relationship or even felt the connection for you to stay consistent when you're writing to people that you're not seeing? I mean, it's kind of like being on video, right? I mean, but it's even more weird because you can't see comments unless people respond back to you.
Right.
How have you stayed consistent? What has your journey been like with building your list and building and emailing and building a relationship with those people on your list?
Well, I made a mistake that I hope that I keep a lot of you from making, which was I had my email campaign, which had like 20 something emails in it. And then I was not following. There was a time I did not follow up with anybody on that list. Why?
20 or 20,000?
I had like an email campaign of about 20 emails.
Okay. Got it.
And once those finished, I wasn't doing the newsletters or the broadcasts consistently. And so when I got back, when I realized, I was like, dang it, these people haven't heard from me. What a mistake. What an idiot. And part of it was from listening to you, Dave, talk about how your email list is you were on a Wake Up Legendary, just talking about the email list. I was like, I have screwed up there. I have screwed up. So I started contacting my email list again with the first email was simply, are you still interested in making money? And I had a lot of people respond. I had a lot of people unsubscribe. And I'm like, I don't blame you. I don't blame you for unsubscribing with me. I neglected my audience for a while. I really did. And I really encourage all of you not to do that. I had to stop paying attention to how many people unsubscribed and remember that they were never going to purchase from me anyway. And just work on the people who were focused on what you want instead of what's not going well. Have to focus on what's going right instead of what's not going well. So I've gotten a lot better about the emails and just writing from the heart and just being myself. I am not, when my husband knew me from a long time ago, back before we got married. And I've just come across, I've been told, as this prim and proper girl that, I'll just leave it at that, just prim and proper. And I'm like, the truth is I'm a cut up and a goofball. And I'm like, I'm just going to start being myself in my emails. I'm just going to write my thoughts, my feelings. I'm not going to try to make it all perfect. And I think that's helped too. It just makes people more relatable. Because when I get emails like that, like from Mel Robbins, I don't know if y'all get emails from Mel Robbins, but when I get something from her, I'm like, hey girl, I feel like I know her.
Mm.
I feel like we are friends, and that's the way I want people to feel with me. I really, really want people to feel like, oh, she's just like a friend. Like if we lived in the same town, we'd hang out. That's what I want people to feel like when they get emails from me.
And so what does that look like? What is, you brought up Mel there, and talk to us about your emails as well. What does that look like to write something that makes somebody feel like they know you and would want to sit down and have a cup of coffee with you? Can you give some examples? Like, can you say more about that so new people can maybe try to avoid some of the robotic and or kind of scripted and or kind of copy and paste, or some of the things that you hear from everybody, and they can make it more of their own? What does that look like?
Well, yesterday I sent out I believe it's yesterday, I sent out an email and I had the wrong link attached to my picture. So I got a question from one of my email subscribers about like, hey, this is not, I'm like, oh, shoot. So I immediately wrote another email, and my title was crap, I screwed up, or something like that. It was just real, like, oh, shoot, I screwed up. And then they get in there and they see I just talk like I'm talking to you right now. I sent you an email earlier. I put the wrong link with it. Here's the right one. Sorry about that. I just talk like we're talking.
Yeah.
I don't, it's too much energy to try to be somebody you're not. So I'm not going to try to be the literary queen or anything like that. I just want to be real. I just want to be real. So my emails are the subject lines. I try to grab attention, like with things like oh crap, I messed up, or I can't think of another.
Exposing yourself, right? Like not portraying a perfect image, but instead like really, like, and that's a great headline, because what people don't particularly want, but they can't really look away from, is like people messing up and making mistakes and having accidents. It's sort of like driving down the road and there's a car crash. You don't wish that on anybody, but you can't not look, right? It's sort of like a dumpster fire, it's like, in whether that's an analogy for somebody's life or whether, it's just, God, I just gotta see. I gotta know just what's going on, So it's like, oh shoot, I messed up, or oh, big mistake I made last week, or huge mistake I made in my business, or avoid this at all costs, or any of those those are great marketing hooks. If you're teaching, training, talking about any topic, doesn't just have to be online marketing. It could be training your dog. It could be losing weight. All of those topics that headline would apply. And then actually talking about your failures, your challenges, talking about things, self-deprecating humor. Do you use that? Making fun of self.
I do. I mean, if I don't do it, somebody's going to. So I might as well start it. I'm all for that.
Yeah, I think
I like things lighthearted.
Yeah, and I think that's one way that both seriously and lighthearted I've taken people's power away in my career, is that I expose myself, talk about all my past failures, screw ups. I mean, everything from being homeless and addicted to, high school dropout, to here's how I screwed up last month. Here's a mistake I made in this relationship and that business. Learn from it, because it was not fun going through it, and maybe if this can help a couple of people avoid that, then it's worth sharing the embarrassment. And we learn to both share things that are serious and take that kind of fear of, oh my God, what if people find this out about me? As well as, a lady the other day at a birthday party asked me, because she knows that I've done a lot of speaking. Oh, I'm going to make a presentation. Would you give me some tips? And I said, look, expose yourself early and often. And not in the way that you may, think that sounds weird. But what I mean is that don't go in to the room and try to be the top dog from the front of the room, even if you are the top dog, but especially if you're not.
Right.
Say, hey, look, I've been a boss before. I've been a manager, and but she was now starting off in a different department lower on the totem pole. And I'm a little uncomfortable sitting up here in front of you right now talking. I'm growing right in front of you right now because I know this is what I'm going to have to do and it's what I've done in my career over and over again to get on top, to succeed, to help myself win in this company and help everybody else win in this company. So I'm uncomfortable. I'm awkward. I'm nervous this morning. Bear with me, right? Yeah. Root me on. All laughter and ovations, standing applause, they're all welcome. Bring all the love on, because I'm going to need it this morning as I deliver this presentation to you. Is everybody ready to get into this? Right? And just, like bond with your audience through not letting them know you're not even going to try to be perfect, because you already know that you're not perfect. You did a lot of that on your lives, or you do a lot of that on your lives. Talk to us a little bit about the power of going live. How did that help you to develop your skills and bonding with audience? What did that do for your business?
Wow, that was one of the best things that I've ever done, was do live streams, because I did exactly what you said. I did not try to be somebody I wasn't. Like, I remember sitting there. I've had a nosebleed issue, and it's been going on for years, but I think I got it fixed yesterday. Actually, I was like, I gotta get it fixed before Tuesday, or, But one of my live streams, I'm sitting there like this, and I'm talking on the live stream, and they're like, "You're still here! I can't believe you're still here!" And I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, I'm here to talk to you about this making money online thing. I'm so excited about it." But I mean, I was on twice a day. I was on live stream twice a day. So, and I had, oh gosh, did you see that?
No. Do we got some blood? Oh, you do have a.
Shoot. Crap! I got it fixed yesterday for y'all. I'm sorry, y'all.
You poor thing.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I should never have touched it. All right. Well, we're going to sit here like this.
No, if we need to end, Amy, we can do a follow-up.
It's okay. Look, it quit.
Talk about something and it dadgum started again.
I literally got it fixed yesterday. My husband's probably on here going, oh man. Anyway, my point is to just be yourself, be on camera, be yourself. Look, I'm 57 years old. Okay. I feel like I should be further ahead in life than I am right now. That's what I've been feeling. I feel like I should be further along, but you know what? There's a ton of other people who feel that way too.
Yeah.
And I just get on there and I be real. I had a lot of screw ups with money. I had a lot of financial issues. You don't have to tell your dirty laundry, but be relatable to people. I did get it cauterized about 5 times. Anyway, you just have to, you don't have to tell your dirty laundry, but you do have to be relatable and tell people, I'm not perfect. Don't compare yourself to me. I'm not doing anything that anyone else can't do. I just am not doing anything else that anyone else can't do.
Yeah.
So sorry that sound.
Well, my friend, you are a wild inspiration. I mean, I have known you now for a couple of years, and it is just a pleasure to see you, continue to grow right in front of us, and evolve your business and yourself. And I am just, so honored to know you, and your husband, your wonderful, beautiful a handsome man of a husband. We love Rodney.
He's the best supporter.
Let him go and take care of you, and we will look forward to having a 5th follow-up episode with you here in the very near future, and continue to learn from you. And you go take care of that beautiful little nose of yours, and I will continue to blow. It's coming, girl. It's coming. You need to go back and get a refund on whatever they did yesterday. Because here we are. You jinxed yourself.
I did. I mean, I was zapped yesterday. I was like, we're good.
Yeah, you jinxed yourself by saying that it's all fixed. So, all right, my friend, listen, go take care of yourself. We will look forward to having you back on the show in the very near future. Thank you for being an amazing guest and hanging in there. I know you would have gone another hour with us here because you're such a rock star. But you go take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you real soon, okay? Stay legendary.
All right, y'all. Have a good one.
Bye-bye. All right, my friends, you can find, let me put Amy's, you can go keep up with her nose bleeding journey over on her profiles, as well as continue to learn and be inspired by her at Make Money with Amy Online. That's TikTok and Instagram. Okay. And some of the things that she said just in this episode this morning were absolute gold. I mean, I was so dialed in that I didn't give her the hat throws that she deserves. But my Lord, this woman has been on the show now 4 times, and each and every time I see her, she's growing in the self-awareness that she has about evolving her business and evolving herself is just extraordinary, which just goes to show that this is not just a journey about growing your bank account. It's also a journey about growing yourself. And she's certainly doing that and done that. And so with that being said, my friends, we will be back here tomorrow for another episode. As always, if you want to get a text message reminder when we go live, you can text WUL to 813-296-8553. And if you want to get started with our challenge or our blueprints or come to a mastermind, you can go to legendarymarketer.com/enroll. With that being said, let's send our prayers and best energy to Amy and her doctor to fix that nose all up. But I can guarantee you that she'll be keeping you posted on her socials as to how that's going, and just continuing to be as real as they get. So make sure that you go over and follow her on TikTok and Instagram at Make Money with Amy Online. And with that being said, my friends, have a great day. Stay legendary. Get out of here, and we'll be back here tomorrow for another episode. Peace.